They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. He juked him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
On first down, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Jerry Judy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 8.
Broncos 14, Texans 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Valentine to return. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okwuegbunam with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Valentine to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry for James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He'll dump this one off to Conner. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Space to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
From the 22, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll drop this down to Williams, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Escapes the defender. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. To try again after the sack, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. Gay is on for the point after. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Texans 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick-6. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joe Schobert gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Locke working out of the gun. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. On the return is Spencer. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Lock's throw there, complete to Hamler. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Locke, he lost the football in town. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Watson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, they're running the jet sweep with Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Gay's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Block off a play action. This pass caught by Hamler. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
From the 41, Locke. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On first down, it's Watson. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Watson on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Watson looks to throw again. Man open, here is Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Second down and goal. Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
51, Mike 51.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Rolling to his right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Gay's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. On a jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. On the return is Spencer. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Locke. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Locke going to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now it's Peterson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The drive will start with Connor. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Jones has it, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So that one will be accepted. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now it's Watson. This complete to Jones. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a 1st-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart. Locke going to try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return is Spencer. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Texans first down.
Let's go.
Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can...
It got his man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the great... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A give running right is counter. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And some room to work. 30. 10, 5, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
64, Broncos 28. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They start with a give to Connor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Watson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't...
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Locke throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Locke, got to have this one. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are...
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt. You gotta pay my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD.